Why do people get stuck? I'm going to give you some possibly surprising ideas about why people get stuck. The main thing that I've seen, the main reason why people get stuck that I've observed is actually because their dreams are not big enough. They dream too small. So we would think often that in order to move forward, we need to be practical and make sure that we don't aim for anything too difficult. And so we make our dreams a little bit smaller. Instead of aiming to become a great, world-renowned musician, I aim to become someone who can do a few shows in my local neighborhood. Instead of aiming to become a teacher of teachers who is able to bring a much deeper way of teaching, a whole transformation in the way we think about teaching, someone aims to be just a teacher like anybody else. Now, what happens is that we have gifts, we have a natural talent, and our dreams are aligned with our gifts. So if you change that dream, you don't believe in the dream and you aim for something smaller because it seems like it should be easier, then your talents are not aligned with it. And we do not move forward easily because it doesn't exactly suit us. This musician, who would be a great world-renowned musician if they allowed themselves to do that, tries to make a name for themselves locally, and they can't. Why? Because locally there's simply not enough call for the kind of high-class music that they want to do. They're living in a little town, they're going to have to play rock and roll in the pubs, and they're not a rock and roll musician, they're a classical musician. So they're trying to, by nature, and so they're trying to fit themselves into somewhere they don't really belong. They allow themselves to dream big and to create their true dream, then things actually flow easier. In the same way the teacher, they try to teach other people how to teach, and they turn out to be really natural at that. And they have these ideas of how we can do things better. As a teacher, they try and become just an ordinary teacher like everybody else. They kind of stick out as not quite fitting. It's difficult for them to get a job because people go like, but you're too intense for us. You've got too many ideas, too much depth. It's like we don't know how to handle you. And so it's difficult to get that position, that simple position. Now there may be a call for setting a big dream and then taking some steps towards it. And the first step might be a small step, but it needs to be in line with that true dream. Now I have seen this in action many times. I've seen when I've been counseling, coaching people about their career direction, I've seen them sit there go, I am confused, I can't figure out what's wrong, why isn't anything opening up, why are there no opportunities for me, I have so much talent, so much ability, I can do all of this, why do people not want me? And then, at the end of a session, they go, oh, that's what I should have been doing all along. That's my real dream, and actually, it's easy. I can see the exact steps to get there. I'm not going to get stuck because it's clear, this suits me, this makes sense. And so there's the concept in the mind has reduced the dream down to something that seemingly would be more practical, but actually turns out to be quite difficult to achieve. And so the first secret to getting unstuck that I know of is believe in your dreams.